Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about 10 bad habits that all of us need to quit in 2022, or at least I know I do. Let's get started and talk about it. I'm not guilty of all of these, and some of these I did research on and I read about the most common bad habits. And then some of these were bad habits that I have. So I'm going to start right away with number one. The first one that I'm guilty of, but this isn't one that I read that's a common one, is I'll get home from, say, doing a product demonstration and I'll want to relax. And I'll say, oh, I'm just going to sit and relax for a while and read a book. Well, I haven't brushed my teeth or washed my face. What happens? I fall asleep and then wake up in the middle of the night at about 3 or 4 a.m. and I hadn't even brushed my teeth or washed my face. So that is something that I'm guilty of sometimes, is I'll come and sit and relax and think, you know what, I'll get to washing my face and brushing my teeth later, and I wear makeup on my face and don't brush my teeth right before I go to bed. Not a good habit. Now I generally just do that on weekends, but still that's not a good habit. So that's one that I definitely need to break in 2022. Let me know if any of you are really tired at night and maybe you forget to do that. Number two, I've mentioned this one, and this is a habit I've gotten way better on, but there are some days I still do this, where I lay in bed either where I'm not getting to sleep, which that doesn't happen that often, or when I wake up kind of too early and I think I'm going to go back to sleep, but I don't. In other words, when I am awake and I'm not tired, that I am just laying there, because that's a waste of time and I could be productive. Because a lot of times if I'm just laying there in bed, that's where the worries and the thoughts take over. So that would be a habit I definitely need to break in 2022. Now that was not a common one. The third one, and I would say I'm partially guilty of this is a common bad habit, is being too sedentary and sitting too much. And, you know, think about what life used to be like when people were out working all the time, you know, maybe like I said, on farms, or even, you know, all the things that we have appliances do for us now that people used to have to do themselves. Like my dad was telling me that his mother never had a washing machine until many, many years later, and she had to do everything by hand. That would be an example. So just being too sedentary. I do take walks, but I can definitely improve on being more mobile. Number four, and I'm definitely guilty of this, I have good days and bad days with this, not staying hydrated and drinking enough water. I get busy and I forget to drink water. Tell me if any of you are guilty of that. Number five, and this is probably one of my biggest, not being self-compassionate, negative self-talk, worries, fretting, all of that. That's one of the worst habits, and I don't know if any of you have it, but I would love to break that habit. Number six, and you guys know this is one of my worst habits, and it's one of the common bad habits too, interrupting. One of my dear friends is kind. She said, Dawn, you don't interrupt, you interject. I sometimes talk over people because I'm hyper and I get really excited, and then I don't finish listening to folks. I am working on it, but I know it is a character flaw. Number seven, this is not one of mine, but this is something that may be common for folks, not getting enough sleep. I definitely get enough sleep. I love sleeping, and I would consider it a hobby. Number eight, and I've done this one in the past, I don't do it as much now, ignoring health problems. That is a common bad habit, and I understand it because people don't want to just run to the doctor for everything or be an alarmist over things, but I know that sometimes people can maybe ignore things for a long period of time, or they try to self-diagnose. So that's something that if I think I'm feeling a certain way, I don't like to go start Googling it, because then I will really get myself set in worries. So, you know what? I've got a fantastic doctor that if I do have a concern, I can talk to her. Number nine, gee, you guys won't think I do this one. Not. Too many carbs, too much sugar, basically eating too much. We already know the answer to that one for me for number 9, and we know the answer for number 10, and these are all common ones, by the way. Yo-yo dieting. Yes, we know that I've been all different sizes, so we know that the lowest weight I've ever weighed since I've been married to my husband was in the 150s. Okay, I gotta tell you guys real quickly, the other two common bad habits that I don't have is picking my nose, which is considered one of the top 10 bad habits, and biting my nails. I'm glad that I don't have these habits, and I know you're glad that I don't do them on the channel. Yes, you're saying thank you, Money Mom. That being said, if you want to share, I'd love to know some of your common bad habits. Remember, secrets make you sick, and confession is good for the soul, so feel free to share any bad habits that you want to say goodbye to in 2022. So as you can tell, I've got a lot of them here to work on. I'm a work in progress. You guys know I'm not perfect. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye.